Welcome to the mansion. Yes, perhaps it is a bit cold, but you're going to have to get used to that now that you're a vampire and all. So tell me, how does it feel? I hope the transformation wasn't too painful. Just be glad it's instantaneous. What happens? Well, we use a certain venom inside our fangs to transform you. We take the blood out and we inject the venom. And it feels like a bunch of needles, doesn't it? Don't worry. The scar will remain there as a sign of you being a true vampire. However, the wound itself heals up significantly fast. So, it will only sting for probably the rest of the day. I don't know too much about regular transformations, though. You're going to have to ask the butler for that. Yes, we have a butler. He's a demon. He goes by Seth. If you need anything to do with this mansion, call his name and he'll be there. What's my name? Right, I haven't told you yet. I go by Asmodeus. The three of us are the only people that live in this mansion. So if you see anyone else, beware. Well, this is your room. I know it's quite a bit away, but I still hope you enjoy the stay. After all, you're going to be here until this place crumbles. And then we have another eternity to build another mansion. It's not that hard, trust me. Not when you have abilities like Seth and I do. Oh, you're curious to find out what powers they may be. Well, I'll test them on you later. They might fit your bill. So tell me, what made you give up your fate? You had a normal life ahead of you, and you still threw it away. I get your life was boring and full of hate. In fact, I'm rather disgusted by how humans run their society. But I suppose it's not my problem. Oh. So the pressures of life took a toll on you. Sounds like almost every human out there. That's the same story I get. I suppose you should learn a bit about how vampires operate. They may not be like your classic textbook vampire, but they're relatively the same. So, where should I start? Right, the bite. Essentially, we do drink blood. It's pretty much the only tasty resource. Everything else will taste bland to you. What will the blood taste like? Whatever they recently ate. It's what their blood tastes like. For example, you had a packet of instant noodles right before you went to the spot that you usually do. Yes, it's that obvious. Alright. Continuing on. All vampires have their own unique venom. They can choose whether to inject it and turn their victim into a vampire, or they can simply just drain their blood. It's a way of evolution, I suppose. As for the venom, most of them do relatively the same thing. They give you a pain in the neck, a scar, and they turn you to a vampire. Some of them are strangely unique. One time there was a case where a vampire had bitten into someone's neck and they started feeding. They had injected their venom straight into their blood, hoping to probably cause despair on the person. However, the victim came out alive, and in fact, they were immune to vampirity. Yes, immunity to vampirity is now a thing, and it's only in some people's blood. A very small bloodline, if you will. There's one more thing about bites before we can end this lesson. Vampires may only, and strictly, only feed on mammals. Blood of non-mammals will not suffice for nutrients. I don't quite understand it myself, but those are the rules that are given. Now, I suppose we can end our first lesson here. Let's talk more about you. You've tipped the scales of fate, and your eyes have changed perspective. Your desires are distorted. Well, I suppose to the regular human life. Your eyes are perfect and clean. Any vampire could see straight through them. You want your life to be settled with me. And of course, vice versa. Here, take a look through my eyes. Tell me what you see. You can see straight through them, can't you? You can read that I'd rather spend an eternity with you than any of these worthless peons on this earth. You're the only one I want. There's nothing else in the world that I'd rather have. If I didn't find you on the day I did, I probably would have killed myself. As seeing we can't die of age. I have something for you. Here, take this. These are sunglasses. If you wish to talk to anyone in the daylight, you're going to need them. Or else your eyes may not be able to stare through people anymore. As for that ability, only some vampires have that. It's a certain gene that you must have, or it must be passed down through a certain venom. It's quite common. I'm telling you all of this because I want you to do something for us, to show your devotion. Firstly, I want you to kidnap a human, any human, and I want you to bring them here. We're going to feast on them. And your time limit? I'll give you a week. We have a library where you can study up on vampires. I want to make sure you're ready. I want you to hone your abilities, in case I die to unexpected circumstances, so you can live on happy without me, if that's possible. Again, your fate is mine, but it can be changed. Fate is never linear, and I want you to know that. Because, my love, I'd do anything for you to make you happy. I'd die for you if that means you'd live for eternity in everything you've wanted, only for you. But it does require some troublesome circumstances. I have to make sure that you can fend for yourself. I appreciate your concern, but please, don't make this harder than it has to be. So, tell me, how much do you love me? I know your eyes tell me that you want to spend all of your life with me, but fate is never linear. Those eyes could change. They changed as soon as you turned. Please, come closer. I would never let anything bad happen to you. After all, you are what I live for. With you, I feel safe. I feel like I could live out until this universe blows up, and I still wouldn't die with any regrets. I would incinerate anyone who tries to defy you or step in the way of our love. The mere thought of it really bothers me. It annoys me, in fact. But knowing you're here and you're safe, it makes me feel calm. It's something I haven't felt in a very long while. So thank you. Here, come closer. I need to kiss you. Now, may you rest peacefully, my reality of hope.